Hello there, Carol Westmore here. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you 6 tips about making your profile content dazzle. In another video, I'll be sharing with you about what the photos you must use in your dating profile. But today it's about the wording and 6 things you can do to make your profile stand out from the crowd. You only have minutes to get people to stop scrolling and have a look at what you have to say or respond to a question you ask. So that's why I'm telling you these tips. And before I do, I'll let you into a secret. I'm the author of the book Online Dating: Success Secrets for Women 40, 50 plus. And that's because I was once a woman who came out of a 25-year marriage in my 50s and found that I had no clue how to start over dating. So I launched myself confidently, well, should I say unconfidently, but as if I was confident, into the waters of online dating. And today I'm married to my soulmate, who I met in cyberspace while I was in Cape Town and he was in the Middle East working, and now he's retired and we live between homes on the Isle of Wight in England and Cape Town. So my story really had a happy ending, because when I set out, I was alone and not desperate, but I'd had a fire, I'd lost everything. I was quite in a low state, and I also felt that I didn't have the looks, or I'd left it too late to find love. And that's why I teach my clients it's never too late. If you have the persistence, and you may not have the confidence, but at least make sure your dating profile stands out and is attractive to begin with. So let's proceed on with what I mean by these 6 hot tips. The first tip is show, don't tell. Don't say things like, I love, and this is an old chestnut, I love to walk in the moonlight on the beach. No, say, when I was on my last holiday, I was in Greece, and I sat under the stars on the beach at night and drank my ouzo, whatever. Be specific. Give lovely, paint a picture. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is be easy to talk to. Ask a question. Say, well, I like this. What about you? When you're being specific, say, well, that holiday in Greece was part of a sailing holiday. Or are you interested in sailing? And so you open the door to be easy to talk to. That's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is don't be a bitchy witch. Yes, don't say things like, oh, I hope you're not a couch potato who doesn't offer. You don't need to apply if you're not this height. Or I don't even know why I'm on this dating site. It's not something I usually do. Don't be sort of sarcastic or say things, have throwaway lines like, don't bother to apply if you're a lazy couch potato. So it's not a place to be sarcastic in your dating profile. And in fact, I'll let you into the top secret above all the 6 is that men like a profile that shows that you're fun and a bit flirty and feminine. So those are things to remember. A happy profile, not one you don't want to be a doubting damsel in distress or anything like that. Show you're happy, show you have fun. And that brings us to tip number 4. Add in some words like romance and hopeless romantic. I know it sounds like a bit strange to say, but am I really romantic? But apparently they've done the data on thousands of profiles that attract men, and the women who throw in things like, oh, I love roses or flowers, or I'm a hopeless romantic when it comes to this or that. So we all actually have a part of us that's a hopeless romantic. When I refined my profile to the point where men were finding me attractive, it was all the things I'll be sharing in my upcoming Dazzling Dating Profile Challenge on Facebook. But what I've mentioned was that I love silk sheets and aromatherapy candles. Now, I wasn't being overtly sexy, but can you imagine that the sensuous touch of silk sheets suggested that I was having a bit of fun, and I like things to be beautiful and wonderful and you know, it set the scene for who I truly am, which is actually truthfully who I am. And yes, I do like silk sheets, and I love roses, and I am a hopeless romantic because I believe in love. So let's go on to something which I didn't realize long ago, but in studying the top profile data, it's very wonderful if you can make your profile sweet and salty, a little bit like this and a little bit like that. So I love camping, but I also like my creature comfort. So if you're going to take me camping, let's go glamping, which is a way where you stay in a more luxurious style tent. So that's an example. It seems that food manufacturers as well are often open, well, they catch us, they hook us with foods that have sweet and saltiness about them. And so it makes them very Moorish and addictive. So that's what I want you to think about in your profile. Add in things that say, well, I like, okay, this is one. I'm training for a triathlon, and that's taking up quite a lot of my energy. But I also like to snuggle up in front of a fire and binge watch Netflix, a series like, a series like Suits. So there you see the two sides of you. You're not just chomping at the bit in the gym, addicted to your exercise. You're also a person who likes to snuggle up with a bag of popcorn in front of a fire and watch Netflix series, binge watch. Okay, and that brings me to what I mentioned before. Tip number 6, that is be fun and happy. And also seed your profile if with some interesting facts about you, or even if it's a dream. It sounds lovely to say, one day I plan to visit the pyramids of Egypt. Have you, or do you have a dream, a dream destination? And that again shows that you're an interesting person. He might say, well, why Egypt? What's it about the pyramids? Wouldn't you rather, go on a yacht trip around the Greek islands? But that is the kind of thing that, in the content at least, I'm offering you today to make your profile stand out and be dazzling. Thank you.